Okay, everybody, you saw the title. We are going to take a look at Debra Messing's messy-ass crash out over the New York City mayoral election. Now, I couldn't find the entire story, so I am just going to take a look at this thread that was on Twitter. Shout out to Barbarism Critic for saving these because, ooh boy. I have seen some of them, but I haven't seen all of them, so we're just gonna go through these together.
Any place outside of Saudi Arabia that have Islam as a ruling government became like that due to invasion, due to extreme acts of violence. And whenever the Muslim conquest of extreme acts of violence, of Muslim raiders who came and killed everybody and forced conversion on people, then they started using this tactic.
Okay, this first video is literally just Muslims and Arabs bad. Muslims and Arabs are scary. Like, that's it. Just Muslims scary, Arabs scary. Look at these scary, scary Muslims speaking Arabic. Oh my god, they're going to kill me. That's literally all this first video is. We are off to a great start. Peak Islamophobia already. Awesome, sick. Oh, we've got a Hassan Piker sighting. Okay, not surprising, but okay. Can we talk about how they are still trying to seemingly paint Zoran as the equivalent to 9/11 happening in New York City? Because that's insane. Not only are you making Zoran out to be like 9/11, but you're diminishing the actual event of 9/11 when you make that comparison. Like, people died, and you're just like, no, it's the same as Zoran being elected. Like, what a joke. What a pathetic piece of shit you have to be. We have a Canary Mission video here, everybody. That is awesome. Awesome. If you're not familiar with the Canary Mission, they are basically a doxing website, organization, group, whatever the hell you want to call them. And they do just that. They just dox people for being pro-Palestine. Personal anecdote when it comes to the Canary Mission. Before October 7th, I didn't know enough about the situation in Palestine and the history of Israel to have an opinion on it. And before I learned more about it, October 7th happened, and then as it became clear that Israel was committing a genocide, and I learned more about the history of Israel, it just became clear that I was pro-Palestinian. But during that time, I also saw the doxing trucks that were going around shortly after October 7th. And I knew, despite having no real knowledge or understanding of the situation beyond this, I knew I didn't want to support that side. And I have to wonder, how many people had a similar reaction? How many people saw some of the attempts at propaganda, at deplatforming people that the pro-Israel Zionist groups took? And how many people were put off by that? I have to imagine it was not an insignificant number. If it happened to me, I assume it happened to other people as well. So, good job, Canary Mission. You had the opposite effect on people. This one is interesting because it is just more Islamophobia from what I can tell. It's saying that Turkey labels Christians as a national security threat and to deport them. I don't think that's accurate. I don't know for sure, but I looked it up. And I feel like if this were happening, there would be some news about it. I couldn't really find anything, and Donald Trump has become the savior of Christians across the world, of course, right? I mean, he just posted about going after Nigeria, he's talked about South Africa's white genocide earlier in the year. I assume that if Turkey were committing crimes against Christians, he would be talking about it. But that's not happening. And I can find no news that supports this post. So I'm gonna assume that this is just false. We've got our second Canary Mission video of the thread, everybody. Let's go. Debra, you really love the Canary Mission, huh? Also, this video is just, chef's kiss. Awesome, great, fantastic.
El Yatim is a Palestinian Lutheran minister who ran for New York City Council in 2017, endorsed by DSA. But the minister has a history of anti-Semitic statements and support for terrorism.
Hamas is not an organized army. It's a movement. The Palestinians have the right to resist the Israeli occupation in any means possible.
What did he say that was wrong? What did he say that was wrong? I heard nothing wrong that was said. Hamas is a movement. If you got rid of all the members of Hamas right now, another Hamas, quote unquote, would rise up in its place because it is about Palestinian liberation. It is about freedom. It is about no longer living under Israeli occupation. And if you are living under occupation, do you not have the right to resist that occupation? Well, I think you do. So, yeah. No notes. I got no notes for this man.
He claimed that freed Israeli hostages look in great shape, dismissing the horrors they faced under Hamas's captivity. He supported conspiracy theories about Israel killing its own people and covering it up. He compared.
As for the last part, well, they did. They did order the use of the Hannibal Directive on October 7th in order to keep people from being taken hostage, which means killing them. So, I mean, potato, I guess, a little bit on this one. Semantics, I don't know. Depending on which way you look at it, he's kind of right still. So, he still seems right to me. I don't know, man. This guy seems a little based. The next one is a Stop Anti-Semitism post. This is really a who's who of awful Zionist entities going on here. Debra was in the fucking trenches, goddamn. Also, this post is interesting. So, less than 100 years ago, Baghdad, Iraq, 35% Jewish. Warsaw, Poland, 30% Jewish. Minsk, Belarus, 40% Jewish. Today, Baghdad, 0%, Warsaw, 0.5%, Minsk, 0.2%. Jews in New York City. Tomorrow, vote like your life depends on it. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I lack knowledge on Poland and Belarus. However, I did read Avi Shlaim's 3 Worlds. And in that book, he puts forward a pretty damning indictment of the fact that Israel played a key part in the exodus of Jews from Iraq by doing stuff like terrorizing them into thinking they were unsafe in Baghdad and encouraging them to leave to go to Israel.
Play a role in pushing Jews out of Iraq to populate Israel in the early 1950s? Well, according to British-Israeli historian Avi Shlaim, the answer is yes. In a new autobiography detailing his childhood as an Iraqi Jew and his family's exile from Iraq to Israel, Avi Shlaim claims to have uncovered undeniable proof of Israeli involvement in attacks that led to a mass exodus of Jews from Iraq to Israel in 1950 and 51. During those 2 years, there was a series of targeted bombings on the Jewish community in the Iraqi capital of Baghdad. Avi Shlaim says one of these attacks, which killed 4 Jews at the Mosada Shem Tov synagogue, was carried out by an Arab. The other bombings, he alleges, were the work of Israel's spy agency, the Mossad. And he says he reached this conclusion through extensive research, including an interview with a former Zionist operative and a detailed report from the Baghdad police archives. Avi Shlaim says in his book that Israel needed the manpower both to build the country and to boost numbers in the army. Israel, however, denies any involvement in the attacks on Jews in Iraq. In his book, Avi Shlaim, who was born in Iraq, says the Zionist movement came along and actively worked to erase the common past, the religious tolerance and the coexistence between Arabs and Jews, between Israelis and Palestinians, between Hebrew and Arabic, and Judaism and Islam. He says, above all, Zionism has discouraged us from seeing each other as fellow human beings.
So, this post is funny when you bring that up and you try and act like it happened because of anti-Semitism. It was literally Israel! Why is Israel always at the scene of the crime? Then there's this one. It's a picture of a ballot and someone voting, and it says, a Democrat, just a Democrat, or an actual communist jihadist, a literal Karl Marx quoting America-hating jihadist. Again, what do I have to say? This is just peak Islamophobia. Also, close enough, welcome back Red Scare, am I right? At this point, why not? Red Scare Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, let's go. I love it. I love it. I hate it, but I love it. They're so afraid of this idea of communism. And it's like, baby, we are so far from communism, it's not even funny. We are so far from the possibility of genuine communism in this country. You need to chill. You need to let it go. like you are punching at air. You are screaming at the walls over communism, and where is the communism? Point me towards the communism. I want to see it. I want it in my life. Give it to me now. Where is it? You can't, because it doesn't exist in this country. God damn. And Zoran being elected doesn't even mean it exists in this country. At most, it means people aren't completely put off by the idea of socialism at this point, which is progress, but still nowhere near the reality of actual, genuine communism occurring in this country. It's so fucking far from reality. So it's so funny when they call someone like Nancy Pelosi a communist. Like, babe, I wish. Linda Sarsour admits that Muslim Brotherhood front group, CARE, funded 80% of Zoran's campaign. The Muslim Brotherhood equal Hamas. That's who is taking New York if Mamdani wins. I love how this post requires you to believe. I'm sorry. I love how this post requires you to believe CARE equal Muslim Brotherhood, which equals Hamas. Bigots are so stupid. Like, racism, Islamophobia, all that shit, that really does just dull your fucking senses, bro. It just makes you so fucking dumb. I'm sorry. We gotta keep moving on. Next post. Oh my god. I just clicked to the next post. The paragraph wall of Donald Trump posts from Truth Social. She's literally posting Truth Social posts from Donald Trump ranting about Zoran being a communist. Like, does she support Donald Trump? She doesn't strike me as someone who's a Donald Trump supporter. Wasn't she like a gay icon? It's actually incredible what Islamophobia can do to a motherfucker, especially a more liberal, progressive motherfucker. Y'all hear like one word in Arabic or see a mosque and it's over, man. It's game fucking over. Jesus Christ. I'm not even gonna read this whole Donald Trump post because it is just ridiculous. Next one. Oh, we've just got more Islamophobia here. Is this new? This isn't new, right? I just don't know. I just haven't heard this before. Because the post says, in Judaism and Christianity, we are commanded to speak the truth. In Islam, they are commanded to lie if it means spreading Islam. Do not disregard this fundamental ideological difference. Now take a look at Mamdani. Apply that basic rule. Listen to his words, then watch his actions. He's revealing their goals. Mass conversion. These two opposing civilizations cannot exist. One, I don't know where they're getting this idea that he's trying to convert people to Islam. I've seen nothing that suggests that, but okay. Also, I have heard this multiple times recently, this idea that Muslims are encouraged to lie to spread their religion. And I assume this is not a new trope, it's just what I'm unfamiliar with. So let me know down below, is this new or am I just unfamiliar? I assume I am unfamiliar and this is just the first time I am encountering it, but I'd like to know, because this is fascinating to me. You're just trying to paint them as inherently deceitful and dishonest people. It's so fucked up, bro. Like, what the fuck? We have our third Canary mission post. Mind you, this is not the entirety of the stories that she posted. This is just a few select choices from the hundreds of stories that she posted the other day. I can't imagine how many more times she posted the fucking Canary mission, but this is the third time we have seen it. And then there's this post, which is calling him Osama bin Mamdani. I shouldn't be as disgusted as I am because this is not surprising, and yet I can't help myself because this is just disgusting. What the fuck? Why do people get to just do this? Like, I know why, but why? What the actual fuck, bro? Like, this is insane. This is insane. You are unwell if you genuinely believe that Zoran Mamdani is the equivalent to you. I'm so angry. I'm so fucking angry, bro. Okay, that seems to be the end of this thread, and I am glad because I don't know if I can take anymore. Fucking hell, dude. Yeah, Debra Messing. Just another very Islamophobic white woman who has acted very liberal up until this point, but of course, like I said, Islamophobia be breaking these people's brains, bro. It just like snaps them in half. All logic and sense goes out the window. Alright, that's it. I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, I appreciate you, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, please give the video a like for me. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button. I am trying to hit 200 subscribers, and I would love the support. So if you are not subscribed and you did enjoy this video, just do me a favor and hit that subscribe button real quick. It'll only take you a second. And be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. Other than that, that's really all I have to say. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself. Free Palestine, free Sudan, and goodbye.